Overwatch is a fun and enjoyable game to play with your friends or acquaintances, but like any team-based game, communication is vital to success. Communication can be achieved through a team chat box. However, to really optimize your player's potential, verbal communication through a party line or VoIP is strongly recommended, and usually can only be achieved if you have a team of friends or people you know. After you achieve stable communication, you are free to unlock the full potential of your team. The location of enemy emplacements, when you are low on health, or even the charge status of your ultimate ability is vital information for any team to be victorious. But when verbal communication breaks down, you might as well be talking to the League of Legends community. To achieve maximum verbal cohesion as a team, just remember this simple acronym: LAVCAS. Let's start with L, for look. If you see an enemy, call out to your team, the hero, and their location. This is highly important to success, and you must be specific and brief when talking. Let's look at some examples.
Oh fuck, he got me.
Bastards behind me.
While making perfect sense to you, statements like these are useless to your team. Instead, call out where the threat is coming from in brief and simple terms. For example,
Reaper in the building on the right.
Bastion on the left side of the doorway.
you will need to discuss with your team the best way to establish direction and common landmarks. Most commonly, directions like left, right, forward, above, etc. are with direction of combat in mind. Most commonly, the direction you are trying to move the payload, or facing the enemy's main path to the objective you are on. Find common landmarks and architectural features that can be associated with enemy locations, and memorize them as a team. Other common locations include ground, second floor, roof, ledge, catwalk, bridge, and point. A is for Annihilation. Death is a normal part of any team game, and it is recommended you should avoid dying whenever possible. However, when it inevitably happens, it can be vital information for your team. Let's look at some more examples of bad communication.
Flying bitch just fucked me up with her dildo cannon.
Robo Gandhi is fucking the shit out of my hiney hole with his massive silver balls.
While both statements provided some limited information about the attackers and their positions, the information could be far more streamlined. Instead, when you die, try saying,
Farrah got me. She ulted above the objective.
or,
Zenyatta got me from the archway when I came out of cover.
statements like these can dramatically improve the locational awareness of the rest of your squad, and allow them to more effectively fill the gap in your team left by your failure as a player. V is for Vitality. After taking damage, it is important to call out your intentions, but you must take into consideration 3 factors. First, how much damage you took. Remember, shield damage recharges after a set time, and unless you are a very squishy character, you will likely live to find a health drop. Second, if your health is very low, make sure you are already not being healed by another support or the payload. No need to holler for a medic if you're already being healed, or if you heal passively. And third, strongly consider how important you are to the success of the mission. For example, if you're a Reinhardt pushing the payload, your death would be a far bigger loss than a Tracer tickling a diva. Weigh your options and make the decision that would be best for your team. Remember, Overwatch doesn't punish death nearly as harshly as other games, and besides, most of the time you can find a health drop before you kick the bucket anyway. No need to draw the medic out of safety just to heal a forward defense. C is for Charge. Big game-changing ultimate attacks are what makes Overwatch such an incredible game. But like in the real world, blowing your ult prematurely can be very awkward for you and whomever you're with. So when your ultimate is almost fully charged, or is fully charged, tell your team to look out for an opportunity for you to use it. Sometimes teammates can even lure unsuspecting enemies into traps with a little communication and a whole lot of teamwork. But nobody needs a play-by-play of your charge counter. The only time you should ever mention your ult status is when it's fully charged, 1 kill away from fully charged, or if a teammate asks it. The second A is for Assistance. Overwatch above all is a team game, and so players function best in a team. So if you see a large cluster of enemies approaching, announce it to your team so they can come and assist. That is, unless you're a Bastion, in which case get ready to ruin the enemy team's day. And finally, S is for shut the fuck up. Your team's success is reliant on every team member's input. However, when in game, try to keep the majority of the communication on topic. Gossip, personal stories, or conversations of a non-Overwatch nature should only be spoken while waiting for a connection or in the spawn before a game. Believe me when I say, when in a particularly stressful match, nobody cares what unbelievable thing your drunk aunt did with the pineapple at the family reunion last week. Save it for the end of the game. Or keep it to yourself, so we don't all get nightmares. Enemy placements, requests, in-game play suggestions, and congratulations are the only thing that should ever be spoken while in-game, and your team will thank you for it. Provided you follow these 6 simple steps, your team will be communicating and operating at your optimal performance. And just remember, Overwatch is a game, so don't take anything said or done personally. We're all here for the same reason, to have fun. That is, unless a Mei freezes you, in which case, feel free to kill whoever played her. Fucking Mei.